Hello everyone, my name is Jamie. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a crochet blanket. When it comes down to it, what you really want to look for is the color yarn you want to use. But to begin it all with, you want to try and find out what pattern you want to use. There are multiple patterns. You can use a ripple pattern, you can use a crochet to crochet corner pattern, you can use a granny square pattern. There's so many different patterns, it's not funny. The best way to find out what pattern you're wanting to do is to get online, and you can either go to Etsy.com or Ravelry.com. Granted, Ravelry you usually have to make a password, but it's worth it because there are so many different patterns that you can use. Myself, I like to use the granny square pattern because it works up pretty quickly. Now when you're doing the crocheting, you have to make sure that you get the right color yarn for yourself, the right weighted yarn for yourself, the correct hook, and you want to make sure you get the right colors too. So when you're doing all this, you have to think, well, who am I making the blanket for? Well, I usually make the blankets for my 2 boys or my 3 nephews, or even my other sister's children, which she's got 2 boys and a girl, or something like that. I can't keep track of all these kids anymore. So when I do this, I'm thinking, is it a boy or is it a girl? If it's a girl, I use the girly colors, purple, pinks, yellows. You can also get variegated yarn, which is where the yarn is mixed in with different colors. Like I had one yarn that had pinks, purples, yellows, white, and those were really pretty. They actually came out really nice in a blanket. And then you have your boys, which is blue, greens, reds, and stuff like that. And they also have variegated colors for that, where they mix the colors together. The best thing to do is find your yarn you want to use, but you want to make sure you get the right weighted yarn. Because if you don't get the right weighted yarn, then it's either going to be too thick or too thin. The thicker the yarn, which means the higher the weightedness is. So I usually use like a 3 weighted, which is usually about the medium, because it's not too heavy and not too light. Now you can use the lighter ones for babies because they can't have a heavy object on themselves, or use the heavier ones for Christmas blankets because it's cold outside. Let's get real here. It's cold outside in the wintertime where I'm at, which is Indiana. So having the heavier blankets is perfect. Then you want to pick your hook size. Hook sizes differ as well. The best hook size I use is an H because you get your gauge, which is the tension in your yarn, perfect. So then with the granny square, you're going to crochet 4 chains, and then you're going to slip stitch into that first chain. When you slip stitch, it makes a circle. Once you get that circle created, you're going to chain 3. Chaining 3, you or any kind of chain, you literally make a circle out of the yarn, wrap the yarn around, pull it through that circle, and then you just do that because that is now a chain. Do that however many times you need it to. After that, you keep going. Once you get that circle made, you chain the 3, and then you go and you do double crochets, which is a wrap around the hook, insert into the circle, wrap around the hook, pull that through. Don't pull it through any of the other circles though. Then you're going to wrap around the hook and pull it through the first 3 circles, and then wrap around the hook again and pull through the next. You want to make 11 of those. That makes 12, and then once you get a little bit further, you're going to make once you get those done, you're going to do the 3 crochet stitches again, and then you're going to do 2 extra double crochets in that same spot, skip 3 stitches, do 6 stitches, do that around until you get back to the 3. Then you're going to insert your hook, do 3 double crochets, slip stitch into the first stitch of the top of the 3. Then you're going to chain 3 more and do the same 3. But this time when you get to the middle of that, you're going to have a spot in it that's got a hole. You want to do 3 stitches, 3 double. Then In your corners, you're going to do 6. So all the way around, you do the 6, 3, 6, 3. And then once you get going on the blanket, each time you go up a row, it's going to have a new spot for another 3 double crochets.